tak taka doom tak taka doom tak. Doom tak taka doom tak taka doom tak. Hey guys, wherever you are in the world, if it's morning, if it's the afternoon, if it's the evening, good day, good morning, good evening to you. It's Eliana on D-Day plus 30 in Seville, Portugal. It's, I don't know, 3:34 in the afternoon, and sitting for my latest coffee break. This is the first day I have any desire, interest to record. And so I thought, well, this is day 30. Tomorrow is a month since I left Los Angeles. And I thought it would be really nice to record, okay, what's it like to live here? What's it like to arrive? And what's your first 30 days like? And please ask me questions, because I really am interested in answering. I'm feeling called to be of service. This is my fourth cross-continental move between continents, between countries. It's the fourth country that I'm living in the fourth language. And I'm noticing a lot of things that, you know, over a 30 plus span. I left the US in 1991, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021, where are we now? 32 years ago. All right, I have a lot of experience living overseas. And the credits, on one hand, they don't transfer, and on the other hand, they do transfer. And what I am noticing today, and maybe it's more of a function of my wisdom and my age and my life experience, which I really value, and I want to support those of us in middle age to really value, because nobody speaks about it. It's like friggin' amazing, the resiliency, and just having a lot of memories come up, kind of like a level of the onion. When I first left the States, that's what's coming up, because I'm in Europe. I'm not in Israel. I'm not in the Middle East, and it's a very bizarre experience, because on one hand, this place so feels like Galilee. It's just astounding. It's very Mediterranean here, and the topography and the architecture. And, you know, it's got the Moorish, it's a ancient Phoenician settlement from 9th century BC. And it's just beautiful. And they're the bougainvillea, and the architecture is that, you know, Moorish and Mediterranean and Portuguese, you know, that crosses over to my experience living in Europe. You know, when I first left the States in 91, I moved to France, where I lived for several years before, and I moved to Israel from France, not from the United States. And then I thought, oh, I got it covered. I've lived in a foreign country. I know what that's like. No. So, you know, moving here, it's like, oh, Portugal. Okay, this is Portugal. This is another story, another culture. And I'm feeling very called, because there's so many people who are moving, and I cannot count on my hands the number of people who are writing to me. So, oh, how exciting, have fun, what's it like? And what are you asking? What's it like? It is like I haven't been able to record because I don't have words. It's so, there's so many levels. So the more you can ask me specific questions, that would be fun for me, and I will answer every question and address. I think it would be of real service. I'm actually considering retaking up my YouTube channel, which I began in 2006 in Galilee, just very organically. And there's so much bullshit on what people speak about living overseas. It's just total bullshit. Like painting this picture, and it does a disservice to people who are really, you know, if you're really interested in making a change, or you want to experience, and you know, a lot of the YouTubes, now I'm seeing the YouTubes that I also watched over the last few years. There were people, you know, left for 6 months, for a year. They don't jack hooey, and they're, you know, they're no longer overseas. Or it's from a perspective of somebody who just left. I don't know that I've actually seen videos from people who have lived their adult life overseas. They're, you know, you're from another country and you've uprooted yourself and gone elsewhere. And I would be interested in addressing that. If, you know, if you're interested, ask me questions. If there's no interest, I won't do it. But that could be, I think, very expansive. So, first thing is, the one reason I haven't been recording is people are, so how is it? Are you having fun? Well, I don't know where the question's coming from. I think the question comes from a place of cocktail talk. And what I'm going through is anything but cocktail talk. Is it fun? It actually is fun. Is it comfortable? Hell fucking no. Sometimes it is so friggin' uncomfortable, like squirming in your seat, uncomfortable. I told a friend the other day, it is fun. He said, is it fun? I said, well, yeah, it's fun, and when it isn't fun, it's expansive. That's what I'm experiencing. What I love about living overseas, and what I so love about being in foreign cultures, is that, you know, they say you meet yourself wherever you go. So, you know, I meet people here who go, oh, I can't stand the United States, can't stand what's happening. Well, sweetheart, if you're leaving because you can't stand what's happening, you're going to find what you can't stand wherever you go. You know, you take yourself with you wherever you go. That's not a reason to leave. I don't know right or, I mean, there's no right or wrong. But I see that a lot. I hear a lot, even before I left the States, oh my God, so many Americans are moving overseas. So many are going to Portugal. So many. What does that mean, so many? You know what the actual numbers of people who are living here? 6,000. That's not a lot. In a country of millions and millions of people, Americans don't even register on the radar. What I think is different is that these days, because of the geopolitical scene, because of the shift in economy, because of all the changes going on, for the first time, Americans are interested in other places. Plus, in humanity, we have a shift going on where there's a huge migration. Plus, add to that, you know, the aging of Americans that, you know, if you live in a big city, it's like hard for people to afford their lifestyle as a retiree. And certainly if you didn't, you know, if you left and didn't live the lifestyle of corporate America, where you've got this pension, you know, like the traditional corporate kind of lifestyle, it's, you know, it's difficult. Plus, America's not what it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I left, that I lived my adult life overseas. I'm so glad that I lived through 3 wars and social unrest in the Middle East for 20 plus years. It is serving me so well now. I'm so glad that I went back to LA, you know, for those years. So grateful. I actually enjoyed living there. And I'm complete. Nothing to go back for, you know, except visit my family, you know, but the lifestyle, no desire. So what's it like here? I wrote a few notes of what I wanted to, all right, so back to the Americans. We as Americans have a tendency to Hollywoodize everyone, you know, and I'm from Hollywood. You know, I was born and raised. I lived looking out my window at the Hollywood sign for 9 years. It's this glamour, this idea. And it's, you know, that's lovely on a certain level for chit-chat, for surface level connection, communicating. But it really does us a disservice when it comes to true connection. And I think in the end it sets us up, sets us up for feeling less than. Because it's, you know, the value is how things look. And also what I'm really noticing now is, I think why most Americans don't make it overseas is that American culture is based on a value system. And I'm not saying this is a judgment at all, at all. Just even noticing what I'm going through myself, it's like everything's set up, the value system is convenience, or the expectation is convenience. Like, value is convenience, how easy something is. And we, you know, an American child, you know, and we don't learn we don't learn about resilience. We don't learn how to deal with complexity, how to live with things not going our way, with how to, because it's such a huge country and there's been so much supply, and, you know, up until recently, you know, it was like the world leader. So there was no need. So then when you come to another country and it's not convenient and you get really uncomfortable because your habit, it's not who we are. That's acculturation. And you don't, I'm really needing this, you know, it kind of meets me up with what I learned 32 years ago when I moved from the US to France. Oh, Paris, it's so sexy, it's so romantic. It was like anything but romantic living there. As a tourist, totally different picture. That's like black and white, totally different story. But living, holy friggin' moly, that was not romantic at all. It was shitting bricks. Israel was a piece of cake compared to France, you know. And so here I am now, back in Europe, and I remember that first year. It's like this last month when I don't have words to explain what I'm going through. Then I remembered when I first moved to France, I remember having the most difficult time speaking to anybody in the U.S., and there was no internet, so it wasn't really hard because, you know, it was phones and it was expensive and you didn't have easy access to telephones either. But, you know, how would I explain to somebody for a year I was like looking for a place to live, where in Los Angeles, you know, you could have had a place to live in a day, maybe not your first choice, but that's what my first year in France was like. It was just survival. My first year, I moved like every month. You know, I had no contract because I was a foreigner. And here, I'm here a tourist. I still haven't gotten my visa yet. They said 90 days. I applied December 1st. I took possession. I bought, my house closed on November 30th. My plan was to come, take my keys, have Thanksgiving here, set it up, and go back to LA and rent it out. It was such a great idea, but that's not how it works here. And here I am 6 months later. I still don't have a visa. And no matter what I do, it's not up to me. It's a higher power. It's a bigger thing. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Is it stressful? Yeah. Is it stopping my life? No. Everybody else, you know, my friend who had his appointment the hour before mine, he has his visa. He got it. But what's wrong? You know, the mind will go, nothing's wrong. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. But if I were in the mindset of it should be, what can I do? Like, that's a very, you know, American attitude. Like, and I'm not saying American either. I don't mean to tag Americans. Some of my best friends are American. I'm American by birth. But, you know, if you haven't lived overseas, you know, I'm seeing it with expats I meet here, and there are a lot of, I mean, there are people from all over the world here. And it's so wonderful to meet them because you get to see different mindsets. And this is it's a provincial town. It's slow. You know, I just got internet on Friday. I've been here almost a month. I've been the wandering Jew for the last month, going from hotel to hotel, cafe to cafe. You know, and the internet, you know, wasn't, I couldn't work consistently. And as I was doing that, I'm like, well, that's kind of you know, that's a taken on idea as well. I am running a business. My business is internet based. Well, how do you run a business internet based when you don't have Wi-Fi? You surrender. You surrender. My existence in my business is not dependent upon Wi-Fi. My business is dependent upon a higher power who brings the business, and I'm in service to the business, not the other way around. I must admit, when I got the internet finally, God, it's such a relief. It was just really stressful, you know, but you know, when you know how to thrive through uncertainty, you know, you just show up in the present moment. That's what's so wonderful. That's what's so fun. All right? Nothing ever goes your way. I have even the plan for today. I'm supposed to be, I actually have a desk now. I got a desk 2 days ago. I have a desk. I don't have the office chair yet, but I have a stool I can sit on. And oh God, okay, so I could finally get, you know, some work done. I don't feel like it. It's not that I don't feel like it, it's that life is, you know, in the morning things are open, and then at 1 o'clock everything shuts down because it's meal time. And if you want to get something done, go dig a hole in the ground. Nobody cares. Everybody is taking a break. That's the point. The point's not getting things done. And then it takes about till 3:30 till things start up again, and they go till, I don't know, about 6:30. And my internal clock doesn't work that way. And I'm still getting used to the time difference, and I'm still kind of getting over the jet lag, or, you know, just the closing up my life in LA, and I still don't have the visa. So it's, you know, all of these things have an impact. The great thing about it is just going one moment at a time. So I finished my lunch. I was going to go work, but then I remembered, oh, the seamstress is open now, and I have the workman, the painter, had a cancellation. It's like getting people to come work is also, it's like, it's a different work ethic, and they're all booked up months in advance, and I don't even know how to explain it because I'm learning it myself, but there's a guy, you know, available, and he feels good, so I want to get the stuff ready. That's priority, because I know I got 2-3 days. That's priority. That's priority over everything. And I bought, like last month, I bought these mosquito nets, because this is like Mosquito City. And today I had this, he opened them up, he came to give me a quote, and he opened them up, and I have this idea, oh my God, I could make like mosquito curtains, you know, like how they have those nets? They've been sitting there on the floor for weeks. I go, what are they sitting on the floor? They're so ugly. And it just felt like unfinished. Oh, I got to do that, but don't know how. How do you do what? I got this creative idea. Oh my God, those will be the inside of the curtain. It'll keep the sun out, and it'll keep the mosquitoes out. And there's a seamstress, like right down, like, you see the awnings, or those, where that cafe is, where the cafe is. I bought a curtain that I'm making into a shower curtain. I took it to her on Monday. All it is one seam. It'll take her literally 5 minutes to do, but no, Friday. And it's not, I didn't even try and explain. I can't explain in Portuguese. And she's leaving for Brazil on Saturday for 2 months or something like that. So, yeah, okay. So I brought this, this stuff to her. I go, sexta, sexta, which is Friday. I go, sample man, court. And since I've been saying hi to her every day as I pass by, now we kind of know each other. And it's like, that's the thing that takes precedence over whether they, like, that's what made her say okay to Friday. Because I already have something in. And I go, how much? I said, she's not used to doing a price. It's more about the relationship. And I felt like really American there. It's like, oh, all right, they don't do that here. You don't ask for the price. You just kind of have a relationship, and she'll ask. And the other thing that I'm learning from that, it's like you ask because the American value, it's commerce. Because honesty means you have transparency. It's clear. But that's an American value. That's not Portuguese. And I saw it was weird for her. She didn't feel comfortable giving me the price. Like when she gave me the price the other day, it was like €7 to make this thing. I'm like, fine. I'm like, God, thank you. And I know I'm keeping an artisan, in business. It feels, I don't know, it just feels very good. And when she gave me a price, I said, okay, for everything. But next time, I'm not going to do that, because that's more foreign. And I'm a foreigner, but foreigner. But that's how you learn, being in those weirdo, unusual situations, and I'm making it a point to speak pidgin Portuguese that I don't speak, but I speak Spanish and French. So I just, fake whatever I can and blah, 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 me game it, I just blah, 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 with whatever, and laugh a lot. And that's fun. It's fun. Let's see, hold on. Hi, Gary. See you're watching. Susan. Hey, Susan. Hey, Shariel. Do you guys have questions? So I'm sitting here, and I'm enjoying just sitting here with my coffee. What happens is that at night time, oh, that's the other thing, I end up eating really late because the sun goes down a lot later. It goes down like at 9:30 at night. And then I find myself, then it's like work time in the U.S. on the West Coast. That takes getting used to as well. Hey, Diane! Hey, cuz! It's just lovely to be able to take a break. That's the other thing I noticed. Everybody takes a break. Like, this is the most normal thing. All right, let's have a coffee. The coffee is like, can you see the inside of my cup? Hey, Maria! See the cup? It's like the coffee is half of this cup. It's not about the coffee. It's about taking the break. Here you can see what I'm looking at. It's just lovely. The birds are chirping. There's no traffic. Life is good. Life is good, and it really is. I think that's one of the big things to get used to, is just letting life be good, living and let living, living life on life's terms, not on getting things done terms. And, So that's it. Ask me questions. Would you be interested? Would you watch if I do like series? I'm thinking, oh, maybe I do like, it's not D-Day plus 30. It's like, I feel like addressing certain subjects. But I don't know what the subjects are. I can't think of what they are. I'm more better in response. I did the other day, I was like my last 30 days, all my photos there in furniture stores, and I mean, I've been carrying around my meter, you know, my measuring tape, you know, because I'm like buying furniture for my apartment, and finally got a bed. I finally have a bed to sleep on as of the end of last week. But guys, it's almost a month. I had like the one sofa bed, God bless that I ordered that from the States, from IKEA, and that it was delivered on the 5th. And I had that one bed, and I'd move it from every room. It was the one thing I had to sit on. Though that's another thing. Service? All right, so I ordered a couch, found a couch. You know, and it's come between 4 and 6 weeks. 4 and 6 weeks? What? Yeah, that's just how it works. I bought a chair off the showroom. They wouldn't even, you know, it was like bricks to get them to say yes, which they did, and they would deliver it immediately. That was with, you know, the next week. But then I had a chair to sit on. Oh my God, that was huge. So yeah, you know, delivery times. It's not commerce oriented. This is not a commerce oriented place, which is the charm of it as well. Because it's a place where life is lived, and you sit in the cafe and you speak with people, and people are friendly, genuinely, not because they're inching to do some business with you or something, just because it's life. I forgot about that, and it's really a delight. So that's what I have to say at this point. Hey Linda, oh look, so wonderful to see you guys. Please ask me questions, write in the comments. Let me see if there are any comments here. Are there? Somebody's YC, there's one person watching. People are coming in and out. I'll wait for a moment. If you have a question or want to ask me something, you want to hear about something, come visit. Otherwise, I'm going to hang up, and now I'm going to go back and do some work. I feel ready to. I wanted to pop this off. Ask me afterwards. I'll check back. Bye-bye.